Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this CAFELE car vacuum cleaner. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost anything extra. So it says easy for storage, long battery life, ultra powerful suction. Here's some pictures on the back. You can use it to clean your seats, around your buttons, your storage areas, your vents. Okay, so here's the manual. It says packing list, car vacuum cleaner, crevice nozzle, charging cable, and brush. And here are the specs. It says power 65 watts. Model is FJ01. Noise is less than or equal to 80 dB. Material is ABS. Dust bin is 100 milliliters. Net weight is 480 grams. Input is 5 volts at 1.5 amps. Size is 253 by 57 by 66 millimeters. Charging time is about 4.5 hours. Suction high grade is 6.0 kilopascals max. Suction low grade is 3.0 kilopascals max. Working time high grade is 30 minutes. Working time low grade is 45 minutes. The battery is 7800 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts or 28.86 watt hours. Accessories is the charging cable, crevice nozzle, and brush. So here's a diagram of it. It says nozzle, dustbin switch, dustbin, battery charge indicator on off, power LED and outlet. It says it's better to use a 5 volt 1.5 amp charger or home charger to charge the device. So to charge it you just connect it up to the charger. So you probably want to charge this at home most of the time, but if you go on road trips and you're in the car for hours at a time, you could potentially just charge this with the USB ports in your car. So it says how to use. Press the power button for 1.5 seconds to enter the low suction mode. Press again to enter high. Press a third time to turn off. Quickly press twice to turn off the LED light. How to clean. Make sure to empty and clean the dustbin regularly. Open the dust container clockwise. Remove filter from the dustbin and clean. Be cleaned under rinsing water and air dried. Clean the dustbin with wet cloth or tissue. To reinstall the dustbin, put the filter into the nozzle dustbin. Rotate clockwise the nozzle bin to cleaner. Do not use detergent to clean the filter, just cool water. There's some frequently asked questions, attention, warnings, danger, and precautions. It says do not use it to suck up water or flammable substances. Okay, let's get this thing out of here. Looks like it has some packing plastic around here. Let me get that off. So here's the dust bin that swings open like this to empty it. So there's a little one-way valve here. The dust can go in. That seals up on the back side so the dust doesn't come out. Now I find those usually work pretty good, but sometimes you can get a long item in there, or if it gets overflowed, you need to empty it for that to be more effective. Okay. Then this can come apart to clean the filter. You can see the fan in there. So here's the button. The backside we have a flashlight, and we have the USB-C charging port. So hold this down to turn it on. Okay, so you feel quite a bit of power in this. Actually, you can feel it torque. You can feel the air exhaust out here. Now, if we want this light to turn on, we can double tap this, and that light will turn on. That's actually a pretty bright flashlight. So if you have this in a car and you have an emergency, you could use this flashlight. Now, I know your phone probably has a flashlight too, but do you really want to run your phone down in an emergency? This would be more handy. So it also has this brush attachment and crevice tool. So those fit in here, like so. Can fit in there. I'm guessing that this would fit here like so. So you can use this brush inside of the tool itself or on the extension. So I'm going to get this charged up and then I'll take it out and I'll do some vacuuming in my car. So this would not only work well in a car, but this could work well in other places. I think this would work great in my tent. I know a lot of people wouldn't carry a vacuum to use in their tent, but we usually camp from our car, so I can easily carry a vacuum, and it's a pain to get my tent clean. So when we get sand and stuff in the tent, I could take this, suck that sand out really quick. So to charge it, I'll plug in the USB-C port and I'll plug in my charger over here. So we're currently drawing 1.73 amps. I'm guessing that will change as the battery gets filled up. So I'll let that charge and the next clip will be at the car. Okay, so I have some dirty floor mats here. I'll test this out. I'll start on low, then I'll probably switch to high. Okay, I'll try the crevice tool now. I'm having trouble at this angle. Normally I would stand outside the car and do this, but when I'm filming and it's kind of windy out, I needed to keep the car closed. So normally I would stand over here and come in from this angle. But I also have some sand in these seats. I'll suck that up. I'll switch back to the brush and try and clean this up. This has a lot of dried road salt on it. Okay, that's an improvement. I do need to take these out and just hose them down, but it's nice getting a lot of the loose debris out, because when you take them out, it's just going to spill all over into the carpet. Okay, so I'm going to head down to my bench and we'll take a look at the container. Okay, let me take this apart here. I'll open the top so I can kind of dump out the larger things there. Rotate this. There's a little metal bracket here. Looks like we can pull that out. Okay, there we go. So it looks like it picked up quite a bit of stuff. Oftentimes when I have a small vacuum like this, I'll vacuum up stuff, say in my car with it, and then I'll take this to my shop vac and I'll clean the small vacuum out with the bigger vacuum. So this can be cleaned by just running it under cool water. And then you want to let it dry before you put it back together. So I'm going to stick this back in here. There we go, and it's back together. So that's the CAFELE car vacuum cleaner. I like the size of this, and it had a lot of power for its size. So this would be really handy for a car. Like I said earlier, I think I might take this camping to suck out any of the rocks and sand in my tent. This would also work around the house for upholstery on stairwells. Sometimes it's hard to lug a big vacuum up and down a stairwell. You could use this to clean the stairwell. I think this is a good vacuum for cleaning up spills and things. Specifically, this would be a good vacuum to use in between vacuuming with a larger vacuum. So if you have a meal and your kid kind of makes a mess under their spot around the dining room table, you could go take this and suck up the stuff without having to drag out a larger vacuum. So since this is USB rechargeable, you can charge this with a cell phone charger. You can plug it into an outlet that has a USB charger, but you could also charge this in a car or an RV. So this would be great for an RV. It takes up very low room, and a lot of modern RVs have USB ports, so you could use those to charge this. Also like that it has a little flashlight on it. You can't have too many flashlights. That could come in handy. Say you're cleaning under a dining room table and you want to just check to see that you got everything. You can turn your flashlight on, pan around, make sure you got all the little crumbs, and then get right back to vacuuming. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.